Hello everyone, this is your Rosa Miss signing in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn a very interesting chapter. That is the first chapter of your science book. That is the wonderful world of science. So this chapter is very special and very important also because this chapter is a quick summary of your science book. In this video, I will explain everything in a simple and subtle way using examples from daily life. So let's begin. Okay, so first tell me what is exactly science? So basically, science is a method of thinking, observing, and experimenting to understand the law of the universe. So basically, science helps us understand how the world works. For example, why does ice melt? How do plants grow? Why do we feel hungry? These all are science questions. And most importantly, science begins with curiosity. So what is curiosity? So curiosity means wanting to know how and why things are happening. So basically, in a simple way, curiosity means the strong desire to know. Okay. For example, a child asking, why is the sky blue? Why does rain fall? That is curiosity, right? And curiosity is the starting point of science. And science is like an adventure. We ask questions, we collect information, then we find answer. Okay. So, next, science is everywhere. Many people think science only happens in laboratories and books. But this is not correct. Science is in sky, science is in garden, science is in field. So, science explain how stars produce heat and light. For example, the sun gives us warmth and light every day. Science is in garden. How flowers bloom because of sunlight, temperature, and water. Science is also in farming. Farmers use science to choose good seeds and better fertilizers. And even at home, science is also present. Where cooking food, charging mobile phones, using electricity, all are examples of science. So, science is everywhere from micro to macro. Next, exploring our home planet Earth. So, Earth is called the life support planet. Why? Because Earth supports life. Earth has air, water, sunlight, etc. So these things help living organisms survive. Plants grow using sunlight, water, and nutrients. For example, if you water a plant daily, it grows healthy. Similarly, animals also survive in different habitats. Some animals go through metamorphosis like butterfly. For example, a caterpillar changes into a butterfly. So basically, the drastic changes is called metamorphosis. So most importantly, now let us understand what is ecosystem. So basically, ecosystem is the interaction between biotic component and abiotic component. What is biotic component? Living things are known as biotic component. It includes plant and animals, and non-living things are abiotic component. It includes air, water, soil, etc. So plants, animals, air, water, and soil depend on each other in an ecosystem. Food is the fuel for our body. Food gives us energy. Food helps us grow. Food also repair our body. For example, we eat breakfast, we feel active. When we skip food, we feel weak. Food contains many types of nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins. Here, carbohydrate gives us energy. Example like rice, bread, potato, etc. And protein helps in growth, like it includes milk, egg, pulses, etc. Vitamin and minerals protect our body. Examples: fruit and vegetable. So now let us understand water. Water is very essential for our life. Without water, no living thing can survive. And water exists in three states, that is solid, liquid, and gas. In solid it is ice, in liquid it is water, and in gas it is called steam. So for example, ice cubes in freezer, drinking water in bottle, steam from boiling tea. And most importantly, water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade and boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Okay. Next, material around us. Everything around us is made up of material, and you know matter, anything that occupies space and has mass. Space and has mass, that is matter. So different material have different properties. We choose materials according to their use. For example, metal is hard and it is a good conductor of electricity and heat. For example, electric wire contain metal. Plastic is light and waterproof. For example, water bottles are made up of plastic. Rubber is elastic and also flexible. Fabric is very soft. For example, clothes are made of fabric for comfort. Actually, understanding materials also helps in recycling. Okay. And most importantly, sustainability. What is sustainability? Understanding the material that helps us recycle by separating paper, plastic, and metal. Actually, so we separate these to protect the environment. Next, most important, that is scientific method. So basically, what is scientific method? Actually, scientific method is a step-by-step way to solve problems. So scientists do not guess randomly. They follow a proper step, proper plan. So let us understand with an example. So imagine you are writing and your pen suddenly stops writing. So what will you do? First step, you observe that the pen is not writing. Second step, you will ask question. Why did it stop? Right? Or what made the pen stop? Third step, you will make a guess. Maybe the ink is finished. Next, you will test your guess. What will you do? You open the pen and check the refill. Next, check the result. You see whether the refill is empty or not. If it is empty, then you have got your answer. If it is not, then you will make another guess, right? To find the real reason. So this is how science work. So that's all in a slide, that is the summary slide. So let us revise the chapter again. Science helps us understand the world. Next, curiosity is the beginning of science and it is the eagerness to know. And earth support life, food gives us energy, water exists in three states, material have different properties, scientists use scientific method, and it is a stepwise process to find answers. And most importantly, science is collaborative in nature. What is that? So scientists often work together and share ideas and results. So teamwork and clear communication helps science progress more quickly. So science becomes easy when we connect it to real life. And most importantly, science is not difficult. So today we completed this chapter in a simple and easy way. I hope this lesson helped you understand science better. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. So see you in next class. Tata, bye bye. Have a nice day.